key topics. So in this video, I'll try to share with you the key topics that will make you pass your 2024 mathematics. So get a paper, start writing. So the first topic that you must consider is linear programming. Linear programming is one of the easiest topics which carries more marks. And also, linear programming do come in both papers, paper 1 and paper 2. That's why it's considered to be one of the key topics. So linear programming. So in case you don't know about linear programming, the topic where you are taught to graph and shade the unwanted region, where we use a graph paper and then you are shading, that's linear programming. The pattern of this topic is just the same. So if you just know one question on how to answer, you'll be able to answer all the questions. That's a good part with this topic, linear programming. In paper 1 linear programming, this is where you are taught to identify the inequalities. And it's also easier. The second topic, key topic that you must know, it's statistics. Statistics, you must know it. It carries a good number of marks. This is where you need to find the interquartile range. This is where you need to find the interquartile range, semi-interquartile range. This is where you need to graph the cumulative frequency, relative cumulative frequency. So the things I'm mentioning are the things that you must consider. And this, if you just get to know what I'm mentioning, you're good to go. The next topic is cubic function. Cubic function. So cubic function must be considered. So the three topics I've talked about, they deal with a graph paper. It's a matter of just graphing and answer a few questions. So the pattern of these three topics, the way you answer the questions on these three topics, is just the same on all the questions that you are asked. The next topic, it's sets. Of course, sets are found in both paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is where you're taught to shade the region. They've given you the region to shade. They also ask you maybe to list. And paper 2, this is where mostly you're given a Venn diagram. They want you maybe to identify how many students did this, if they're talking about students, things like that. That's paper 2 under sets. So it's also important because it carries good number of marks. The next topic is algebra. Algebra is everywhere. This is where you find in paper 1 they're telling you to simplify. This is just a topic which deals with both numbers and letters. So algebra, you must know it. Factorize, solve, that's algebra. Okay. The next topic which you must know, it's sequences. Sequence and series. This is where you find arithmetic progression, geometric progression. I've talked about how many, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've talked about 6 topics. I'll give you 10, but I've talked about 6. The 7th one is matrices. If you get to know these topics I've just talked about now, you're good to go. Passing, you pass. I'm telling you, you will pass your exam. But in case you want to get a very good grade, you want to have a distinction, what and so on and so forth, you top up these. From the 7 I've talked about, include trigonometry, trivial graph, and functions. These 3. So I'm telling you, try to study, just focus on these 10 topics. You pass your mathematics. Forget about whatever. If mostly you people are doing GCE, if you just want to pass your mathematics, linear programming, statistics, cubic function, sets, functions, that's in paper 1, trivial graph, sometimes it's called speed time graph or velocity time graph, depending on what you're dealing with. So we're on 6, 7, trig, 8, matrices, 9, algebra, 10, sequences and series. This is the list I've given you for 2024. If you want to pass your mathematics, just focus on this. Don't even waste your time touching these other things. Focus on these. The reason why I'm saying focus on this, it's because of the number of marks which are involved. Give yourself time from now up until maybe, let's say up until maybe we say May. Try to focus on these 10 topics in mathematics. After you've known them, that's when now you can start going to these other topics of your own choice. So this is how we get to pass mathematics. And this is how you are also going to pass. If you want more, any help on these topics, remember we offer online tuitions. We also have a center in Chingola. If you want to come through, you can come in Chingola. We'll be able to assist you. If you want guidance on this, you can get in touch with us on 0969 17 57 01. 0969 17 57 01. You'll be guided. I'm telling you, you will pass your mathematics.